Good evening. My name is Mielle McFadden. I am here today because I've shared my story more times than I can count. I've been given 1 minute and 100 words on the Democratic national stage. I've had an hour behind a podium. I've had days at conferences. I've had talks with neighbors and friends and even opponents. But here's the truth. A story is never finished. It changes as our life changes. Gun violence has rewritten my story yet again. Every time it takes something from me, it revises the story that I thought I already knew. The story that I told earlier this summer is not the same as the one that I tell today. I stand before you as a pastor, an Army veteran, an advocate, a survivor whose mother, Patricia Ann, and my niece, Sandy Patrice, who were shot and killed, the parts of my story that many have heard before. But today, I stand before you to talk about my granddaughter. I'm a Mimi, because that's what she calls me, who now speaks for her. Kiana Mielle McFadden. I carry both the love that I have for Mielle and the pain of gun violence taking another person that I love. I pray that I can tell her story, even as it shatters my heart. My mother, Patricia Ann, was 17 years old when she had me. For years, she carried the bruises and the broken bones and the hospital visits, all at the hands of an abusive partner. I know what domestic violence looks like because I lived it. That murderer took an illegally sawed-off shotgun, and he shot and killed my mother in front of my 3 sisters. My middle sister, who was present when our mother died, and I was 17 years old at that time. My middle sister had 1 child, Sandy Patrice. Sandy and her cousins went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They went during Black Bikers Week because they wanted to see the motorcycle parades. Fighting started on the beach. Our kids ought to be able to go to the beach and come home. I say that all of the time. But instead, Sandy was running, along with 3 other young men that were running as well, and thousands of people were on the beach. She was hit by a random bullet, and my sister's only child did not come home from the beach. Sandy was 22 years old. My granddaughter, Mielle, as she prefers to be called, that's her fierce name, as she says. My son Ken's youngest daughter, who I raised from a baby in my home. She was extremely bright. She lived in vivid living color. She changed her favorite color each year. This was her year of pink. Now, pink will always be the color I think of when I remember her. She dreamed big. She cared about making her world safer. She was a Students Demand Action leader. She was almost 15 years old when she stood right here before the nation at the 10th National Vigil for all victims of gun violence with President Biden's present. And she told her story right where I stand. This past July, while at a birthday party with friends, Mielle was shot and killed. I don't understand why young people can't go to a party without violence present. Mielle was 17. 17. My granddaughter, these beautiful women that I love, dreamers, leaders, all missed, all stolen by the same crisis, gun violence. I can't make sense of it all, but I know this: God's word is true. All things work together for good to them that love God and are called according to his purpose. My story continues. It does not end with loss. It carries the hope of Patricia Ann, the dreams of Sandy Patrice, the light and the love of Kay Mielle. It carries my faith that even in the midst of grief, because it's present even now, even in the shadow of violence, there is good. There is yet work to be done. And as I work, I will be looking for the good. Now, please, I'd like to introduce you to my Mielle. Hear her words, listen to her voice, be inspired to do the work that she no longer can do. Remember Mielle and realize that we have 17 more reasons to end gun violence. Be the voice of Mielle McFadden, and let's all start adulting and end gun violence.